This is a Funded Proposers Subcircle talking point. We're not sure if there's going to be any more of these or if this is just a one-off, but this one is about what is representation. So in Catalyst, we hear a lot about representation, both in the context of Circle and elsewhere. But what does it actually mean in a governance context to represent others? It can actually be quite tricky to determine who you represent, to say who your constituency is, and to say what obligations you have to that constituency. Is your constituency just those who voted for you? But how do you know who they are? You can't tell who they are. Is your constituency those who approach you for help? So wait, does that mean you have no obligations to people who don't actually approach you? Maybe is it everyone in Catalyst? There is a sense in which a person in office, for instance, in Catalyst Circle, does represent everyone. But then which side should they support if there's a disagreement? Or is your constituency actually nobody? Do we all simply represent ourselves and our own views? But assuming that you've decided who your constituency is, and assuming it's not just you yourself, how do you represent others? Well, first of all, it's not about you. If you're there to represent others in a meeting or some other place, that means you shouldn't be centering your own opinion. Your job is to let the meeting know the ideas and the thoughts of the people that you're there to represent. So you might sometimes need to say, I don't know until I go back and consult. Next, go and ask. If you're representing a group, don't wait for them to come to you and raise issues or give opinions. And if people don't approach you, don't assume that that means that they've got nothing to say. It's part of your role as a representative to get out there and ask people using lots of different approaches. And some of these approaches that you could be using include dedicated meetings after town halls, things like that, surveys, shared documents that people can contribute to, one-to-ones, focus groups where a small group of people come together to talk about an issue, vox pops and other information gathering events, piggybacking on an event that people are going to go to anyway and asking a question there and taking note of what people say, Twitter spaces, tweet threads, Discord and Telegram conversations, and so on. And not every interaction has to be lengthy or in depth to be of value, and not every interaction needs to be with lots of people to be of value. In fact, one-to-one conversations and small focus groups can be really powerful in gathering insights. Number 3, you've got to represent fairly. When you're representing others' views, you need to do it fairly and accurately, even if you disagree with them. Don't phrase it so that what they said sounds daft. And if the group disagrees internally, you'll need to represent all sides of that disagreement and present them all as valid. And finally, feedback. The people you're representing will want to know what happened at the meeting that you were representing them at, so keep them posted. In short, attending a meeting or an event means that you have a voice. Having a voice is, of course, a form of power. So if you're not attending as yourself, but you're there specifically to represent others, don't misuse that power. Use your voice to foreground them not yourself. Thanks very much for watching.